area of Midian. And he led the flock to the far side of the wilderness and came to Horeb, the mountain of God. There the angel of the Lord appeared to him in flames of fire from within a bush. Moses saw that though the bush was on fire, it did not burn up. So Moses thought, I will go over and see this strange sight, why the bush does not burn up. And you know the rest of the story. Moses in the burning bush, take the shoes from off thy feet, for where you're standing is holy ground. And then God goes on to say, I have surely seen the affliction of my people in Egypt. So this, almost assuredly, is the area of ancient Midian. Okay? So if you look on the map, you'll see this is ancient Midian. So, what we're suggesting to you, and again, we're not being dogmatic, but it does make sense with the story, with the account, as we've been moving through this part of our journey, that here we are in Midian. Moses was in Midian after coming out of Egypt, and it says he led the flock to the far side of the wilderness. So if you said that's the far side of the wilderness here, okay, they typically, listen, they would consider the mountainous area as wilderness. We think of a wilderness in America as something different. We think of a wilderness as green and lush and mountains. They think in terms of a Middle Eastern mindset, the wilderness is the area of the mountains. So if he's here in Midian, on the eastern side of the Gulf of Aqaba, or the eastern side of what we know as the Red Sea, we're in the area of Midian. And so if he goes to the backside of the wilderness, you can see what he's looking at here, the wilderness, and you're seeing the same view that Moses would have seen. And he's making his way, and you can see the very pointed mountain. We were on the other side. We're now on the western side of that mountain. This morning we were on where we camped out was the eastern side. So if he makes his way over that way to the backside of the wilderness, to a mountain that's the tallest that we see in the range, right? It all comes together and makes sense. And he sees the burning bush when he's on the backside. And some of you were up, way up on the top of that mountain area. And what did you see? Sheep and a shepherd. Exactly what Moses was doing. Leading the flock to the backside of the wilderness. And they weren't down, the sheep that you saw today weren't just down at the bottom, were they?
No.
They were up near the top.
Yes.
With the goats. Okay? So the story all comes together when you realize this is Midian, and it's possible that that may have been the area, and it dovetails beautifully with the account we read in other portions of Exodus. Okay? So I just wanted to give you that sense, because what you're going to see here is the